Hello everyone, my name is John. Today we're going to be talking about packing light, or in this case, packing lighter. This is my backpack. I bought it for some travels that I have coming up. I'm going to be traveling to multiple different countries over the next year. And I filled it with a lot of stuff and took it on a number of smaller trips and realized that it was really too heavy. This is a bag called the GoRuck GR2. I've done a review about that on this channel previously. You can see that in the corner hopefully. And but I want to show you what this bag weighs now with all my stuff in it, and then I'm going to basically take it down, unpack it, show you all the things that I've discarded and decided not to take with me, and then show you the things that I am taking with me, and then I'm going to weigh it again so you can see, how much weight savings I ended up with by basically, reducing what I was actually carrying. So let's go ahead and weigh this guy. Alright, going to go ahead and turn on my scale here. That's good to go. Grab my bag. Okay, so you can see that comes in at about 24.5 pounds. I apologize to those of you using the metric system. Your system of measurement is superior, but I'm used to pounds, so that's what I'm going to stick with for now. And honestly, that's just a little bit too heavy for my purposes. And so, it doesn't sound like that much weight, but when you start, moving it around and walking lots of miles with this on your back, it just gets pretty uncomfortable and is honestly just a little bit unrealistic for what I wanted to do. I want to travel with just one bag, one backpack, and I want it to be as light as possible. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you all the stuff that I've taken out of this and how I've reduced the weight down substantially. Okay, so basically on the right is all the stuff that I am not taking with me, and on the left is all the stuff that I am taking. So I'm going to quickly go over these things. I'm going to fly through it so as not to bore you, and then also quickly go over those things, and then we'll talk about some tips and some ways that you can reduce weight. So in terms of the pile of stuff I'm not taking, one of the hardest things for me to decide was about my DSLR. I love photography, and I love this Nikon camera, but it's just too heavy to justify carrying with me on my back. So I'm going to be leaving that behind and using the camera that I'm using right now, which is lighter and more compact. I had this audio recorder I was going to use to help improve the quality of my YouTube videos and maybe conference calls, but I'm going to leave that behind as well. I think I can live without that. So the nice thing about that is now all of these camera accessories, batteries, all the lens cap, extra lens, these all get left behind. That's going to save a lot of weight. The external hard drive, I think I can just do backups when I'm back in the US or when I get to my storage unit, or I don't know. I don't think I need to have this with me all the time. I can also use cloud storage. The headlamp, I don't think I need a headlamp. I have a light on my phone, so I don't really foresee myself using that. I don't intend to do much hiking. A guide to Portugal, that's where I'm headed next. It's really cool, but I'll just take pictures of the stuff in here that I care about so that it won't weigh anything. Dry bags for keeping electronics and stuff dry. I was going to take a bunch of these, but decided against it, and we'll talk about why in a second. Definitely don't want to bring the action camera. I don't think that's going to be worth it, and I don't really need it. An extra watch, that's insane. I don't need 2 watches. The field notes I decided to leave behind, even though it's really light, and I really like these. Another thing I can probably live without for a while. I had this towel I was going to use like at the beach and stuff, but I'm not taking 2 towels with me. I'll go over that in a second. It seems unnecessary. And then these were the bags that I had before, and a water bottle over there. So over here, you can see I've gotten a different bag, which is lighter. Another day bag, which is lighter. I was going to be using this one over here, but that one's 2 pounds. This day bag is 1/2 pound, I think. My main backpack over here was 5 pounds. This new one is 2.7 pounds. And let's go over this stuff real quick. Laptop for work and everything. I would like to bring a lighter one, but this is the one work issued me, and I don't think they'll give me a different one. I already asked. Down coat, Kindle, laptop charger, laundry bag, headphones. This is the only thing I have redundancy of, because when I'm working in a coffee shop, like, I have my music on almost all the time. Traveling in trains, planes, everywhere. I wear these all the time. So if one dies, I want to have a second one basically immediately, or if I lose one. Health kit stuff. There's some like pills and Band-Aids and stuff in there. Passport, soap, conversion for different plugs around the world, a lock for locking up your stuff in hostels or hotels or anything, charger for the camera I'm using right now, some extra glasses, because I wear glasses, and if I lose the ones I have, I won't be able to see, and then I'll be in a country where I don't know where anything is and maybe don't know the language. That sounds frustrating. So paperwork and stuff, a mouse, this is super cheap, super lightweight, passport, random electric cables and stuff. I managed to not bring my phone charger because I have, I'll just plug it into my computer. A towel, a plug for the sink so I can wash clothes, a rain jacket, packing cube with 3 t-shirts, bathing suit, pair of shorts, and I think 4 pairs of socks. That's about all that's in there. So, in terms of saving weight, obviously the biggest thing was just changing out some bags. I saved a couple of pounds just by using different backpack and a different day bag. I would highly encourage you to make sure you look at the bag you're buying and look how much it weighs before you purchase it, because that's a really easy way to save weight. Another thing with this is dry bags. Now these aren't that heavy. If I go ahead and weigh one, .08 pounds, not very much, pretty light. But I had 3 of them, and these Ziploc bags are basically, I mean, they're not weightless, but they're super, super light. They don't even register on my scale, they're so light. So in terms of containers and things, you don't need a bunch of organizing containers for your cables and coats and a bunch of stuff. Put as much as you can into Ziploc bags because they're relatively waterproof, easily replaceable, fairly robust, inexpensive, and super lightweight. So it's kind of hard to beat that. Not environmentally friendly, I guess, but otherwise they're really, really good. Chargers and things. So I don't have to take this phone charger. It's actually surprisingly heavy, given how small it is, because I can use my USB cable, plugging it into my computer, which I have here, or there's a USB thing on my adapter here that I can use as well. So what you want to do is just start looking for little ways you can double up items, get rid of things and use other stuff so that you don't have to carry everything with you. This also is going to mean saying goodbye to things that maybe you think you need. I thought I needed a water bottle, but I ended up just buying bottled water everywhere, carrying it around for a while, and then throwing it away. So there's just no reason to take that. I thought for sure I needed a hard drive to back things up, but I just haven't found that to be particularly useful, and whenever I find a good connection, then I just do the backup of the stuff that really matters to me. I think there's even probably a few items here that I could live without. I might get rid of my towel if I find that I'm not using it in the next month or two. And this really nice raincoat that I have, I might also get rid of because that weighs like almost a pound. And I may discover that I can just use like a poncho or that I don't need it that much. We'll just have to see ultimately what happens. So, I'm going to go ahead and pack up all of this stuff and we'll see how much it weighs. Okay, I got it all loaded up now. Let's go ahead and see how much it weighs. Fire up the scale. Here we go. $16.2. So 2 pounds away from 10 pounds of savings. That's pretty good. I'm relatively happy with that. I would like to try and get this down to around maybe 14 or 15 pounds. But at this point, I feel like that's a pretty good start. And, a little bit of effort towards trying to figure this stuff out will go a long ways for your back and for your general comfort. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you soon.